Magic stick. A poor prince found an old wooden stick in a dark forest. He thought it would give him a crown, but it gave him a test that changed his life forever. Long ago, there was a great kingdom called Arlen. The kingdom stood between green hills. A clear river ran across the land. Tall trees covered the forests. Colorful flowers filled the fields. Birds sang every morning. The people loved their home. King Henry ruled the kingdom. He was a fair man. He loved peace. He loved truth. He cared for every family. He listened to rich people. He listened to poor people, too. His wife was Queen Mary. She was kind. She smiled often. She helped sick people. She gave food to hungry children. The people loved her like a mother. The king and queen had one son. His name was Prince Adrian. Adrian was not proud. He did not care about gold. He did not care about fine clothes. He liked simple days. He liked long walks. He liked talking to farmers. He liked helping old people. He wanted to become a good king one day. The people loved him. They always smiled when they saw him. One old man often said, "A kind heart is worth more than a golden crown." Prince Adrian always remembered those words. Heck, not far from the castle lived a young woman. Her name was Elena. Many people said she was the most beautiful woman in the kingdom. Her long brown hair moved like soft waves. Her bright eyes shined like the morning sky. Her smile gave people hope, but her beauty was not her greatest gift. Her heart was. She cared for birds with broken wings. She fed hungry dogs. She helped old women carry water. She gave bread to children who had none. Her father was a woodworker. He made tables. He made chairs. He worked every day. Life was not easy. Still, they never complained. Every morning, Elena walked to the market. She sold flowers. She greeted everyone with a smile. One warm morning, Prince Adrian rode into the town. He wore simple clothes. He did not want people to know he was the prince. He wanted to see the real life of his people. As he walked through the market, he heard a loud cry. A little girl had fallen. Her basket was upside down. Fresh fruit rolled across the road. Some people looked. Then they walked away. One young woman quickly ran to the child. She picked up every piece of fruit. She cleaned each one. Then she smiled at the little girl. "It is all right," she said. "We can fix small problems." The little girl smiled again. Prince Adrian watched from a short distance. He could not stop looking at the young woman. His friend Lucas stood beside him. Lucas smiled. "You are looking at Elena." Adrian looked surprised. "You know her?" Lucas laughed. "Everyone knows her. She helps everyone. She never asks for anything." Adrian looked at Elena once more. Then he quietly walked away. That night he could not stop thinking about her smile. Days passed. Then weeks. Prince Adrian found many reasons to visit the town. Sometimes he bought bread. Sometimes he helped a farmer. Sometimes he carried water for an old woman. But every visit had one secret reason. He hoped to see Elena. Soon they met. Then they became friends. They walked by the river. They talked under old trees. They laughed together. Elena did not know he was the prince. Adrian never told her. He wanted her to know his heart first. One evening they sat near the river. The sun moved slowly behind the hills. The water looked like gold. Elena smiled. I like this place. Adrian smiled too. So do I. It feels peaceful. Elena looked at the water. My father says a calm river shows the sky. Adrian nodded. My father says a calm heart shows the truth. Elena laughed. Your father sounds wise. He is, Adrian said. Far away, inside the castle, dark days began. King Henry became sick. At first, he only felt tired. Then he stopped riding his horse. Soon he could not leave his room. Doctors came from many lands. They tried every cure. Nothing worked. Queen Mary stayed beside him every day. Prince Adrian sat near his bed every night. One quiet evening, the king held his son's hand. My son, Adrian looked up. Yes, father. I may not stay with you much longer. Adrian quickly shook his head. No. You will get well. The king smiled. I have lived a good life. I am not afraid. But you must remember one thing. Adrian listened carefully. A crown does not make a king, Adrian nodded. A kind heart does! Tears filled Adrian's eyes. I will remember. The king smiled one last time. I know you will. A few days later, the church bells rang across the kingdom. The sound reached every village. Every road became quiet. Every family stopped working. King Henry had died. The whole kingdom cried. People filled the streets. They carried white flowers. Many old men cried openly. Many children held their mothers. Prince Adrian stood beside his father's resting place. His heart felt empty. Queen Mary held his hand. Lucas stood beside him. Elena came with the people. She saw Adrian wearing royal clothes. She froze. Her eyes became wide. You are. Adrian lowered his head. I am sorry. I wanted you to know me first. Elena stayed quiet. Then she smiled. I know the man you are. I do not care about the crown. Adrian felt peace inside his heart. A few weeks later, Prince Adrian became King Adrian. People cheered. Trumpets filled the air. Flags moved in the wind. But Adrian did not smile. He missed his father. He wanted to become the king his father had been. He worked from sunrise until night. He listened to every problem. He helped poor families. He lowered taxes. He opened the castle storehouses. He gave food to hungry people. For a short time, life became better. Then everything changed. The rain stopped. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. The river became smaller. The fields turned dry. The crops died. The grass became brown. Animals became weak. People became hungry. Many families had only one meal each day. Some had none. King Adrian gave away almost all the food inside the castle. Still, it was not enough. Then another problem came. A rich lord named Victor wanted power. He owned many farms. He owned many guards. He smiled in public. But his heart was full of greed. He walked through the towns. He told people lies. The young king is weak, he said. He cannot save you. I can. Some people believed him. Others did not. Every day became harder. One night, Adrian left the castle alone. He needed time to think. He walked into the old forest. The moon shined through the trees. The air felt cool. Everything was quiet. Then he saw a small light between the trees. It moved slowly. Adrian followed it. The light stopped near a tiny wooden house. The house looked older than the trees. Flowers grew around it. A white owl sat on the roof. The door opened before Adrian could knock. An old woman stood there. Her long white hair touched her shoulders. Her face looked old, but her eyes looked young. She smiled. "I have waited many years for you." Adrian looked surprised. "We have never met." She nodded. "No, but I know who you are." She stepped inside. Adrian followed her. The house was simple. One table stood near the fire. Old books covered the shelves. A soft light filled the room. The old woman opened a small wooden box. Inside lay a long wooden stick. It looked plain. It had no gold. It had no jewels. Only small marks covered the wood. The marks looked like tiny stars. She held it with great care. Then she gave it to Adrian. The moment he touched it, the stick became warm. A soft, golden light moved across the wood. Adrian felt something strange. His heart became calm. His fear slowly disappeared. He looked at the old woman. "What is this?" She smiled. "This is the magic stick." Adrian looked at the simple piece of wood. "It does not look magic." She laughed softly. "True magic never needs to look rich." Adrian looked at the glowing stick again. "What can it do?" The old woman looked into his eyes. Then she spoke very slowly. "It will never give you gold. It will never win your battles. It will never make your people love you." Adrian looked confused. "Then why is it magic?" The old woman stepped closer. She gently placed her hand on the stick. The light became brighter. Then she whispered, "Because this stick does not change the world first. It changes the person who holds it